Sometimes you log in to utter silence. Sometimes you log in to the sound of so many raptors barking in the distance that you can't help but investigate what's going on. Cresting the hill to see raptors scurrying around like rats, and a desperate fresh sub Carno being absolutely swarmed. Well, let's just say that I felt for the poor dude. At least I had someone I could count on to back me up when we got attacked by a massive pack as Carnos. Yes, I know, I complain extensively about mixed packers. So sue me. I was going to insert myself in this fight and show that little Carno just a touch of kindness, even though his odds of getting out alive were significantly lower than my own. And honestly, if this pack knew what it was doing, my own odds were not great. Of course, I was correct. With so many raptors, there was absolutely nothing to be done to rescue the Carnoling. He was too injured, his blood pool too low, his stamina gone. With the Carno now dead, I turned my attention to my fresh new predicament that I'd gotten myself into. I didn't bother to count how many raptors were on the scene. When I asked in the official Discord, one of them simply responded, "Infinite." So probably like 15 or more. In a situation like this, especially with grapple being enabled, fighting in the open is the worst possible thing that you can do. I don't love camping water. I'd honestly prefer staying around some trees so that I have more movement in the open and can dismount the raptors without swimming. But I would take what I could get. The most important thing, though, was keeping my stamina high enough that grapple would be incredibly difficult for the pack to accomplish, without careful coordination. The other big factor would be the lag. With this many raptors in one place, the lag was intense. In a big way, though, having that lag put me at the advantage. You see, raptors experiencing lag simply die. Diablo experiencing lag gets its bleed refreshed at worst. I made my way around the pond, deciding what area I wanted to fight from. With so many raptors, I needed to guard my sides and my back as best as I could. Ultimately, I liked this log. I could move around it with only minor swimming necessary, and could otherwise prevent the pack from surrounding me. I finally reached full grown. Good timing to add some bleed resistance. I was holed up nicely enough that I wasn't worried about being grappled. But if this continued to drag on too long, I would have to be very careful about my blood pool. Immediately after adding the mutation, though, my sound cut out. Uh-oh. If you've played Horde Test, you know what that means. Fatal error imminent. I needed to get the raptors to back off before I crashed. Better yet, I needed to restart the game on my own terms. Love this lag, by the way. The raptors vanished momentarily, and I did what must be done. I hit quit. There are no words to describe the utter terror of quitting the game mid-fight out of necessity to avoid crashing. Waiting for the server to load to see what damage you've taken while you were not in control. I returned to utter chaos. Raptors pouncing me, darkness, dead bodies flopping in and out of the water, lag. For a moment it was hard to tell what was actually happening and what had happened previously. In a longer fight like this, over time I find myself developing a certain level of rivalry for specific raptors. In this case, there were a couple in particular that I wanted impaled on my face spikes. The red male was one of them. Followed by the black and white one, who died in almost exactly the same way moments later. By this point, the pack seemed to be losing interest. They'd lost many of their numbers, and I was not even wounded. At what point do you just cut your losses? At what point is the fight simply no longer worth it? I didn't dare leave though, not with them watching me from the hilltop. I didn't know if they were simply waiting to see if I tried to walk away into the open, or if they'd given up. They had not. My hunger situation was not great, and I decided it was time to end this once and for all. I needed to move on, and I was going to send a message before going out. goodness. This dang lag. Sorry there, Tenno. The lag made me do it. Finally satisfied that they would not bother me anymore, I left them to their remaining nest. And the absolute chaos in my wake. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. If you're new, consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.